we can't wait till Saturday.
What was the official offer to Caitlin?
It was 2 years, $5 million a year. And plus, we were going to do cool stuff with merch.
Caitlin Clark just turned down a European contract, showing that for her, loyalty to her roots and fans means more than a big paycheck abroad. While many athletes head overseas for the money, she's proving that some things are worth more than the highest offer.
I feel like there could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy offer.
Caitlin Clark is a different breed. When contract talks wrapped up, she got an offer to return to Iowa and chose home over Europe. Let's face it, this move probably shocked everyone, especially certain folks who can't stop complaining about paycheck issues.
Money is there, and if these owners are smart with it, I could definitely see more WNBA players going overseas and possibly not.
You might be wondering, what's the big deal? But think about it. Getting an offer to play in Europe with a paycheck that easily outshines anything the WNBA could provide is usually a no-brainer.
Going to be the top 30 athletes where we'll play 3-on-3, 1-on-1, and just be home, be in market, and be able to be, in a market that isn't a W team, but continue to grow the game.
European contracts for athletes like Clark come packed with more than just money. They include high-end accommodations, VIP treatment, and a whole new fan base eager to cheer them on. For most athletes, it's like striking gold. Fame, luxury, and fortune all in one offer that's almost impossible to turn down.
In the past, the only on-record revenue that I could find of the WNBA is $60 million. Now, there has been rumors, there has been reports, there has been many things that say that the WNBA was projected to make $180 to $200 million in revenue for the 2023 season.
But Caitlin Clark looked at all that luxury and said, no thanks. She chose Iowa over Europe, picking loyalty over glitz. Think about it. While top players in Europe are making six figures, WNBA rookies like Clark are earning between $62,000 and $75,000. Even with her Rookie of the Year spotlight, her WNBA pay is small change next to what she could have made overseas. But instead of chasing the cash like everyone else, she found something more valuable right here at home. It all came full circle when Caitlin returned to Iowa for an unforgettable homecoming at Kinnick Stadium. The place was electric, packed with thousands of fans, old teammates, and coaches who showed up just for her. They weren't just cheering. They were there to remind her how much she matters to them. For Caitlin, this wasn't about a paycheck. It was about being there for the place and people who helped her become who she is. She turned down Europe not for fame or money, but because it was personal. And let's be honest, that kind of loyalty is rare these days.
If you guys want a full breakdown, definitely go check out that video. When we look at the numbers, I'll just do a really quick scenario for you. When we look at the numbers and when we look at what the WNBA has earned over the past years and the entirety of the WNBA, the numbers actually make sense.
Make no mistake, Caitlin didn't give up something minor here. Playing basketball in Europe isn't just a pay raise. It's a full VIP experience. European teams pull out all the stops to keep their stars happy with perks that go way beyond what's available back home. For many WNBA players, it's a golden opportunity to escape tight budgets and packed schedules. They get to live in glamorous cities like Istanbul, Moscow, or Barcelona and earn 2 or 3 times what the WNBA can offer. Turning down that lifestyle and paycheck is no small decision.
Clark, the rest of her Iowa team back on campus, celebrating their accomplishments.
So, why did Clark turn down Europe? Because her connection to Iowa goes deeper than basketball. It's about family. Her homecoming wasn't a publicity stunt. It was a heartfelt reunion filled with love and memories. Her old teammates, like Gabby Marshall and Kate Martin, were there, sharing laughs built over years of playing together. Her coach, Lisa Bluter, who's more like a mentor, was visibly proud. This wasn't just a team, it was family. By choosing to stay close to these bonds over a big European contract, Caitlin made more than a statement. She showed what true loyalty looks like.
And I think he was even talk about a percentage in team ownership. We were gonna, we believe her coming into the big three would be such a big deal that, all boats would rise and the league would benefit from the attention and to see, if she can actually do it again.
When Caitlin Clark turned down a multi-million-dollar opportunity in Europe to stay close to Iowa, it wasn't just any decision. It was a heartfelt, bold statement. Hawkeye Nation had always supported her, and this was her way of saying, "You stood by me, so I'm sticking around for you."
Caitlin is a great teammate, and if she wasn't a great teammate, it might be hard. If she walked around like she was the star, she doesn't walk around like.
For Caitlin, her connection to Hawkeye Nation is truly invaluable. These fans weren't just there to watch her play, they were like family to her. Her homecoming at Kinnick Stadium showed that clearly. Thousands filled the stands in black and gold, holding signs with her name and number, as if they were welcoming a local hero, which she certainly is. This wasn't just a cheering crowd. It was a sea of familiar faces who have supported her since her very first game at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Choosing Iowa over Europe was Caitlin's way of honoring those roots, proving that her ties to her hometown run far deeper than any contract. This loyalty didn't just appear out of thin air. Iowa fans stood by Caitlin through every game and all her record-breaking NCAA moments. Even after she joined the Indiana Fever in the Wnba, they organized watch parties, flooded social media with her highlights, and traveled miles to support her on the national stage. Hawkeye fans made it clear they were behind Caitlin every step of the way. That kind of devoted fan base is hard to find, and Caitlin recognized how special it was.
You secured Rookie of the Year and First Team WNBA, but I have to ask, what was it like playing each other?
Well, minus the 4 times I lost to Kate, pretty good, but it was fun. Obviously, getting to live out your dream and do it at that highest level was pretty cool.
It wasn't just about the fans at her homecoming. It was also a reunion with the people who helped shape her journey, like her teammates Gabby Marshall and Kate Martin. They were her crew, sharing every high and low along the way. This wasn't just a simple catch-up. It was a celebration of everything they had built together on the court. And then there's her coach, Lisa Bluter, who has been a guiding light for Caitlin, watching her grow from a starry-eyed freshman into a WNBA powerhouse. Seeing Caitlin back at Kinnick was emotional for the fans, but for Bluter, it was a full-circle moment that highlighted Caitlin's success on a whole new level.
Thank you. Our careers were incredible, and a lot of it was because of you guys, so we feel very fortunate to have played at a place like this, and we're happy to be back, so thank you, and let's get a win.
The friendships, memories, and loyalty Caitlin has built are things money can't buy. These bonds are irreplaceable. While other players may be heading overseas for bigger paychecks, Caitlin's choice was a strong reminder that loyalty and roots matter more than any bank balance. Not even her Rookie of the Year title changed that. With the WNBA spotlight on her, she could have followed the money anywhere, but instead, she returned to Iowa, prioritizing her relationships and sense of home. In today's sports world, where fame and fortune often lure athletes away, Caitlin sees Iowa as more than just a location, it's her home. The support she receives from dedicated fans and teammates makes it truly special.
You never know how quickly they're going to adapt to the WNBA game coming from college. And I think that Caitlin has done surprisingly well, how quickly she's adapted to this game.
If you're new to basketball and just jumped on the bandwagon because of Caitlin Clark, get ready. You missed an incredible journey during her Hawkeye days. Caitlin's time at Iowa was packed with jaw-dropping moments that elevated the program. She achieved remarkable feats, like 3 triple-doubles in the 2022-2023 season alone. And let's not forget that unforgettable buzzer beater against Indiana on February 26, 2023. That shot didn't just win the game. It felt like time stood still. Her ice-cold focus and ability to dominate in the final seconds of the game became iconic moments that made headlines and turned her into the basketball legend she is today.
Guess what? C! Give me a C, please! Keelan is coming back.
Let's be honest, it wasn't just Caitlin's incredible skills that led Iowa to back-to-back Final Fours in 2023 and 2024. It was her presence, a powerful mix of confidence and consistency that propelled the Hawkeyes to new heights. Caitlin didn't just play for Iowa, she transformed the entire program. Fans didn't just watch her games, they became part of a movement. Just moments ago, the women's basketball team was honored on the field, and there's the legendary Caitlin Clark sporting her Big Ten tournament championship rings. Alongside her is another Iowa coaching legend, Lisa Bluter, who retired after last season. Jan Jensen has taken over as head coach, and the field is filled with all kinds of trophies. Carver Hawkeye Arena became a fortress, drawing record-breaking crowds and buzzing with an energy that could be felt from miles away. Each game was more than just a match. It was an unforgettable experience. Caitlin's presence on that court was electric, bringing fans together in a way that few athletes can.
It makes me smile in return. Like, for me, I'm just myself. That's what I try to be. I try to just be a great role model for them, and I think it speaks to how I was raised as a kid. I've loved every second of playing sports, but also my parents always preach there's so much more to life.
Caitlin Clark's impact reaches far beyond her stats and trophies. She has become a symbol for her fans, representing the heart and spirit of Iowa by prioritizing loyalty over financial gain. She didn't just lead by example, she sparked a movement. Iowa basketball isn't merely a sport. It's a vibrant culture and a thriving community that will continue to thrive. Even after her last game, her influence will be felt in every young player who now believes that Iowa is not just a place where dreams begin, but where they can truly come to life. Since Caitlin started her journey with the Hawkeyes, youth basketball participation among girls in Iowa has jumped by 30%. This isn't just a statistic, it's a testament to her influence on these young girls. Caitlin isn't merely a highlight reel. She's living proof that greatness doesn't have to come from far away. She has shown them that success can happen right at home. Young players, like Jay, often say Caitlin inspired them to pick up a basketball. They don't just view her as a role model, they see her as a blueprint for success. Her story proves that you don't have to leave home to achieve greatness. Caitlin Clark has become a symbol for every young player who once thought they had to leave Iowa to make a name for themselves.